I'm going to be taking you along with me today while I do a week's worth of travel packed into a carry-on and a laptop bag. This is for our trip to Texas, so it's going to be very hot. I am indeed 5 months pregnant, and this trip is to visit family, but also to go to some amusement parks. So we're going to be spending an entire day at SeaWorld and then an entire day at Six Flags. And so obviously I'm going to be trying to pack as cool and light as possible. Now this trip we are not checking any bags, so there's no backup for putting things like sunblock or any kind of liquids. I'm literally only going to be bringing the things that I pack into this carry-on and the laptop bag. You might notice my voice is still a little bit scratchy. If you watched my video from a couple of weeks ago, then you know that my entire family came down with COVID except for my youngest daughter, and my voice is still recovering. And so bear with me and let's go ahead and get to packing for a week-long trip in a carry-on. This is a soft side luggage that we've had for quite a long time. I know that most people who do these packing videos, they usually use a hard side, but this is what we've had and it's held up really well. And so that's what I'm going to be packing in for this trip. And then we have this one flap zipper compartment. I then have this Dell laptop bag that I'll be using to hold everything that remains. And it has quite a few compartments in it as well. So I think we're gonna be set. First of all, just double checking what the temperature is gonna be, and it looks like it's gonna be even hotter than we anticipated. Today it's 107 degrees where we're going, and it's gonna be over 100 for the entire week. So I'm going to start off by laying out all of my clothes that I'm going to be bringing. I want to go a little bit heavier on the dresses this time just because they allow so much airflow. They're not constricting, and I just find them a lot more comfortable, especially during the summer months. So I'm actually planning on bringing 3 different dresses and 5 shirts. Now I know this may seem like a little bit of overkill for a week, but given that the type of trip is going to be very sweaty and activity heavy, I want to be sure that I have something clean and dry to wear, understanding that I won't actually be able to wash any of these items until the very end of the trip. One of those shirts is still in the wash, along with my shorts and my pajama dress, so we'll get to those whenever I start talking about missing items. But I will also be bringing this pair of maternity jeans. Now when I'm packing, I like to go bulkiest to lightest, so that's why I'm going to be starting off with the jeans. And I'm just going to make sure that they are straight, fold them in half and flip them on their side. And then a little tip that I learned from Christina Micas is to take the pointy crotch part of the pants and fold them in to make them a little more even. And then I do 1/2 fold. And the part that I do a little different from other people is that I'd like to have the top on the inside because that's where all of the uneven material is. So I can usually get 2 to 3 folds out of it. And then they look pretty even. And then we're going to start our vertical stacking inside of the suitcase. The next largest is this larger orange dress, folding it in half. I try to just keep it even and scrunched. And then I fold in both of the sides because this one has a little bit of excess fabric, which can make it a little bit loose, and I want it to be as brick-like as possible. And then when I flip it over, I just do the little quarter folds. Easy peasy. Now I've decided that I'm going to wear this gray dress tomorrow, so I'm not going to worry about folding it up. And then the rest here are pretty simple and straightforward. So I'm just going to do these up really quickly. Since we're still waiting on those other clothes to finish washing, I'm going to go ahead and move on to the undergarments. So I've got a good set of 4 to 5 underwear. We are going to be staying at my parents' house for the last couple of days of the trip, so if I need to use the washer and dryer there, I know I can. 4 sets of socks, 1 strapless bra, which is going to be great for all of the dresses, and then I have my all-purpose sports type bra, which I'll use for everything else, and in fact I'm going to leave that set aside for the flight. And then the last thing is my swimsuit. Now, this was a roll of the dice as to whether or not this was still going to fit me, because I initially got it for our trip to Hawaii when I was like 4 weeks pregnant, and now I'm 5 months pregnant. Luckily, this material has some really good stretch to it and it still fits. I intend to spend a lot of time in the water park area of these theme parks since I can't really ride any of the roller coasters. Now that I have most of the clothes packed, I was able to look through the laundry with fresh eyes and find things that I felt like were missing. Like this tank top. It's always great to have a tank top in summer months. These black pants that I wear with absolutely everything. And my pajama dress, which is actually a dress, but I use it to sleep in because it fits me just like PJs. And then of course, a pair of shorts. So I've got all of the clothes packed, and now I want to make sure that I have room for my camera. Of course, I'm using my filming equipment right now, but eventually I'll put my lenses, my camera, and my microphone all in these compartments. And since I've decided to post this up down here, I'm going to go ahead and move the underwear section of things over to cover that section. That way it'll just fit all together whenever I close the cover here. And when I close it, it'll be able to shut. So for shoes, I'm only bringing my hiking sandals. They look nicer with things like shorts and dresses than sneakers would. So I usually bring these in place of sneakers during the summertime. I'm actually gonna wear these to the airport, so I'm not gonna be packing them. And instead, I'm gonna be packing these yellow flats. I just washed a bunch of my face pads. I'm just gonna put them in the little bag that I normally would put them in when they're dirty, which makes a nice little package just to toss in. I found this little kit at Target for $3.99 that we can reuse. And so I'm gonna go ahead and fill these up with our shampoos, conditioners. We have some little containers here for face creams. They also have these cool labels, which I didn't even realize. This one is shampoo. Now for makeup remover, I'm just gonna bring this cleansing water, and so I'm gonna shake it up really good, and hopefully this will work out with me putting it in the spray bottle. And they happen to even have a sticky for makeup remover. This is SPF 46 for my face, so I'm definitely gonna bring that. It just happens to be travel size. I'm also participating in a use it up challenge, so I have some of this cream right here that I'm almost out of, but not quite. And so I'm gonna scoop this into one of the to-go containers here for lotion, and then I'll fill the rest with some other ones that I'm trying to get rid of. Here is another one that I'm almost out of. It's a leave-on face mask. This thing works really good. So I'm going to squirt this into one of the little sections here. And then I'm also working on this winter mask. That'll at least take care of my moisturizing needs while we're gone. Another thing that I'm really close to finishing is this vitamin C. You can tell that that's all that was actually left in there. So I also have this bottle of hyaluronic acid by The Ordinary that I've been working on. And so I just added that in with the vitamin C because I've been basically mixing them in my hand anyway. So now I have a serum that I can use while we're on vacation, and both of them together fit perfectly into this little carry-on container. I'm also going to be needing my brush. And then I got some shavings when I went to the farmer's market to buy some soap. And so I think this trip is a good opportunity to use this. My prenatal vitamins and some Tylenol, deodorant, and the toothbrush. And then for any makeup and jewelry that I want to bring, I recently decluttered, and so I'm down to this purple palette that I really like using, neutrals, Too Faced. And then I have 4 smaller brushes, one that I use for eyeliner and the rest that I use for various eyeshadow uses. These 2 brushes that I use for different kinds of foundation. So I use the darker one for this IT Cosmetics liquid foundation. And then when I need to, I also have my pure powder foundation that I use the powder brush for. And so I'm just gonna bring both of these just because I don't know what it's gonna be like there with all of the temperatures. Eyeliner, mascara that I'm still using up the last of as part of this Use It Up challenge. Blush and lip tint, and a lip mask, which actually I use as a colored lip gloss. And then for jewelry, I don't wear a lot, but I'm just bringing this one gold necklace in case I want to dress up the black shirt or one of the dresses that I'm wearing. suitcase time is done. Now for the laptop bag. First, I'm gonna be putting the laptop itself in. Just gonna put my MacBook and the protector, and then I'll go ahead and add it to the main compartment. I do have a book that I'm currently reading. Bring that for the plane, a mask and some tissues for the flight, as well as my reading glasses, my EOS lip balm, little glasses cleaner, my wallet, of course, sunglasses, my AirPods, and my cell phone. Up in the very front because I'll be using them pretty frequently. I have an extra memory card and a dongle. And then I have my laptop charging cord, which I will fit on the other side of my book here. My cell phone charging cord. My mini purse that I'm going to use once we actually get to the hotel. I'll transfer some of the stuff that I need. And then of course, I also need a pen. Aside from my water bottle that I will be using tonight and bringing with me tomorrow, we are all done. So wish me luck on this very hot trip, and I will chat with you next week.